And today we're just going to use two brushes, someone around about a 3, and a 6, something like that. And by the way, I'll give you this, some little piece of wood that you can cut and just hold it, because otherwise it'll roll and mix up. I've done that a lot. Your handy dandy Drew. And then we're just today, just for fun, and so we don't lose control, just these 3, huh? These 2 are not pure color, so umber and ochre are the 2, and then our blue ultramarine. Okay, those are the 3. Be generous, make a large quantity rather than a little bit. Now, the first thing to do when you're working under the control, you need some way to mark your thing, which way you're going to do, just very simply. You can use a pencil, you can use, well, pretty well anything, because it's going to disappear. My recommendation though is right away to use a painter itself rather than any other method. So this is what I suggest right from the start. Use a brush, okay? So how do we do that? We just need any color. It doesn't matter really what you use, but I prefer people to have it very, very thin. So here's the color we're going to use to mark it, and then use a very thin mix. Here you go. Nice dark, very thin. Little marker, you're not scared to do it. If it's wrong, doesn't matter. I don't know how you decide, but always when you're looking at a picture, I recommend that you see yourself where the end is. Use the edge. So like this, approximately, we don't have it. So you got a rough, not quite dark enough. It's going that way. This is going that way. It's going to ride. Where is it going to end? It's going to be the end at the right angle. Somewhere down here is the tip. Okay, that's all you need. Just a few little marks. And you have pretty well where we're going to go. Got it? The next step is get a number 4, and now just think of the dark, okay? This time, same thing, quite a lot thicker. We're just mixing where the shadow is. Start with the edge of the creep is this way, and then it disappears, right? It goes this way, and it's pretty well like that. Notice how I'm holding that. I'm not going like this. It's like just release, relax, and I'm making. So we've reached that level, we've got the basic, just the basic where we're heading, no details. And at this point, let's do the sky. and reckon with, this is a 4, what do I have here? It's a flat. The next step is you really want to get more thickness, and one way to do that is with that. So a clean, make sure it's all super clear before you get it. Okay, there are two ways for mixing. You can use this, mix it up into a puddle, and initially it's probably the best thing to do. Make some of white, think carefully about what the color is, and it's not less than you think, and it actually only needs the tiniest bit of blue, and just play it around. See, even the smallest spin pick and it's already quite, and it's all very, there's not much change anywhere. The other way that you can do that is to use the brush itself for mixing. Either way works fine. Another way, you could take your white, use the brush itself, and do that. Whichever you prefer, both experiment. The advantage of this easy cut, if you find that it's too dark, maybe accidentally you do it, then pick some up, don't waste it, add it, right? Pick up some white and thin it down, use your knife until you've got it. Often I'll make 4 or 5 different hues because it's not quite happy. Usually people tend to make them too blue. So again, there's no thinner. This is just the paint untouched, right? So I'm just if it's too blue, it's not natural. So you need to play with it. Okay, and then I would make 3 or 4 different. And you might want very, very dark. You noticed a few right behind in the corner. I think I'd probably mix a little dark way back. Okay, and then one thing to know is that very light is very light. You can I don't use a lot of water, but just a little bit if you want. Tiny bit at some point. So for this painting you need a big pool, so I've already probably may not have enough of it. And start now and relax. How to say, it's easy for me to say, but be relaxed. Don't. This is professional, we're not too worried about it. So I think I will area in this, so I had all the area in it in all the different parts, and there's a variety of greens here. So I noticed this very dark in the corner. those. Yeah. If this is correct, the balance of everything, it almost takes it by itself from now. Okay. So now for the reeds in their own color, we haven't even touched those yet. Remember, we had behind, we had the phone, and now again clean. Look how bright that color is now, right? And don't overdo it. If you do it too much, you lost it. But big, thick quantity of what that looks like. Now have some fun, right? Where's it coming? All right, we're ready now to make it. So far it doesn't see this very vertical. We need vertical, right? So again with that, we're going to make a pool and use your brush to help you to turn it now into, and if you overdo it, we'll lose it, but we'll try. What we're trying now is the points, right? What are the vertical points? So really nice and light. It's tipped on the edge, and they're just running up. Versatility is very important, right? Some of them are a bit darkened, some are a bit lighter. They're not all exactly the same. Yeah, not everywhere, just here and there. If you do too much, it won't go. It's going to go this way. There's also some color that's going this way. Finally, the last thing would be just the very lightest and most amazing little highlights again. Remember, white is it's not very. It's a bit cool, and it doesn't work very well if you want the nice area where the sun's really hitting. It's quite tricky to get it right. Ooh, look at that! I got. By the way, it comes to the point where you want to sign it, and it's best to paint just while you're doing it, and get a little loose bit on your thing. Decide, practice it while we're here over this course. What's your signature, where you want, just the type. I don't know, I never know what my signature is. If you remember where it is. Years from later, you're pretty well done. And every time you do it, there's always a little bit you want to just a little bit more. But don't do that because it'll probably ruin it.